What's up you guys, Kilianshu here. Today we are here in Siglap neighborhood somewhere in the east coast of Singapore. We're gonna meet up with Paul Foster of Singapore Social. He's gonna show us his neighborhood, one of his favorite coffee shops, and we're gonna have 5 different types of Singapore noodles. So let's go meet him right now. Alright guys, so I'm now here with Paul Foster. He's gonna walk us through what's gonna happen today.
Alright, I hope you're ready. We're at my local neighborhood coffee shop at Jalan Tuakong. This is in the Siglap area and I absolutely love this corner coffee shop. It's got so much great food. It's a lot of noodle dishes. So we're gonna cover noodles today.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Let's
it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Hey.
Thank you.
Sambal belacan. Wow, wonderful. Well, then we start with the egg first. Wow. Bihun. Yeah. Wonderful.
So now we have here the 5 different types of Singapore noodles, and now we're gonna try them one by one.
Okay.
I don't know exactly which one to try first.
Why don't we start with the pork rib prawn meat? You see the 2 elements here, prawns with the noodles here, a lot of chili because you like chili.
Yes.
Then you got the pork rib in the soup format. This is actually considered one dish. Then we have char siu roast pork noodle, pork mee, simple as well. Your yellow mee noodles with both options of the pork here, which is fantastic. Over to yours is the mee pork, the flat mee noodles with pork, prawn, fish cake. Of course, again, a lot of chili and vinegar. Then our last 2 dishes from the grandfather carrot cake stall is char kway teow, clam, cockle. This chili right here is like super wonderful. I love it. And then the last one here is our Hokkien Mee. All your seafood here, your prawns, your cockles, your fish cake. Of course, the pork lard, which actually I've noticed is involved in almost every dish.
Yeah.
Also. Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. And again, this fantastic chili. This is wonderful. So,
Alright.
a mix of 5 noodle dishes: seafood and meat, seafood and meat. Just meat, just seafood.
And lard.
Yeah, and yeah. Okay, fair enough. Most of these all have that, yeah, the lard in there.
Fat
so.
is flavored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start with this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Pork rib, prawn
Pork
meat.
ribs. So yeah, so the most similar to your spaghetti. A little bit of everything. Wow.
Oh. The chili
Yeah.
is really savory and spicy. I'm gonna have a bite of the lard here.
Yeah.
Wow.
That texture is lovely. The bounciness of the noodles as well. Prawns are great. That's a lovely spice.
Everything is fresh. The shrimp, you can really taste the sweetness, the natural sweetness of it.
And the pork rib as well, you must try.
I should try the pork rib.
Melt in your mouth pork rib. So just try.
Oh yeah. I think there's some spices in the broth there.
Almost like an onion soup, but that's really nice.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is really comforting. Take a bite of the noodles and then you have a sip of the soup.
Oh yeah.
This is a good start.
It's a good start.
I am a member of so many Facebook food pages and I think they're obsessed with pork rib prawn.
Oh yeah?
There's a lot of locals. That's why I got to learn how to eat this. So I'm looking for like specific spots.
places.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope this is the one.
It's really a good one.
Very good. Just gonna have one more bite. I can't help myself. We have 5 dishes, but I can't help myself.
The pork rib is really melting in your mouth.
Yeah, I agree. We should move on to another dish. We cannot get completely full on the first dish, but I will finish the soup. Then, instead of drinking water to cleanse my palate, I drink the soup. So this is the mee pork, very traditional for me. I love it because you have a little bit of everything.
It's like a childhood dish, right? The fish ball.
What I love about the auntie asking, "Do you want vinegar?" I say, "Yeah." I said, "Yes,
course.
of course, yeah." Vinegar and chili.
Wait, I love mee pork.
Yeah, me too. One of my favorites. I love my noodles a little bit like al dente.
Yeah,
a
bouncy.
little bouncy. Yes.
QQ, right?
Yes.
QQ.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Ready?
Yeah. Ooh, also a nice amount of chili in there.
And the chili, savory, spicy. It's legit spicy.
Yeah. Again, a very comforting spice. A little bit of kick towards the end, especially. It is a good breakfast dish, I find. The others not so much. I probably wouldn't have breakfast. But mee pork, yes.
I thought before that mee pork, the pork there is really pork.
Yes.
I was like, mee pork, yeah, there's pork in there.
Yes.
But actually it's the noodles itself.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, the style of noodle. How is the fishbowl?
Fishbowl is very bouncy.
Aha! Okay,
fresh.
Wow. Crackling pork is really good. Go for it. Ooh.
And I can imagine on a rainy day, this is just really comforting. Savory, filling, just really good bowl of noodles.
Yeah, and portion-wise is perfect, I find. I mean, all these portions look great. This looks a little bit on the big side. It's a little daunting.
I think we can finish all of these.
I think so.
I think you have to take a bite of the lard first.
Yeah.
Let's have a lard cheers.
A lard of love.
A lard of love.
I don't know, that always just makes everything better, right? Really good. No, really good. Yummy, yummy. Very yummy.
Tokong. I think it's time for the meat.
Okay, I know you love pork.
We weren't supposed to have roast meat because it's a noodle episode, right?
This again is one of my favorite stalls. I love it that we've had now, once we eat this, we had 3 different types of noodles.
Yeah.
Which is so cool to think like, oh, but noodles are just noodles, but when you break it down, there's so many different varieties.
That's true because I have a lot of friends who think of Singapore as, oh, laksa! I agree that laksa is really good, but there's so much more variety.
Yeah, the roast pork, and I like the green chili also. Today is a very powerful breakfast.
Wow. Wow. Oh, the kick.
Yeah.
Have the chili in there.
And the sauce, a little bit on the sweet side, this one, which is good.
And the crunch on the roast pork is just amazing.
Not soggy, which is important because it holds its texture.
Sure. Very bouncy.
It holds its texture with the sauce and everything.
And the sauce is kind of like sweet, sticky, hugs every strand of noodle.
Woo, wow! Oh, I'm gonna have to use that line next time.
You're really good at fitting everything on the spoon.
So it's one mouthful.
Oh my.
My mouth is not on fire, but there is a heat there.
Yeah.
I'm starting to sweat.
And it stays.
Yeah, I'm starting to sweat and I get like a runny nose a little bit, of course, right? The sniffles. So I always have to have my tissue with me.
What I like about this stall, the cuts on the pork And the chashu, very big.
Yes.
Like it's very generous.
Yeah, he's a very generous uncle. Usually, I would order the chicken rice with the chashu. Very good. You always know which stall it's from because the matching colors.
I can taste some ginger in there,
Wow, okay.
but it's very mild.
But yeah, super basic broth soup to match.
Which goes well with the savory dish.
To match, exactly.
Yeah,
It's kind of like to cut out maybe the oil,
Yeah.
the spice, whatever it is you have. Kind of like a good palate cleanser. Good, happy?
Happy, super duper happy.
Pork noodle, which is the Char Kway Teow. Both these last two dishes are from one stall. Again, I must emphasize, I think this chili is very unique. Kind of a specialty. On top of obviously the dishes being absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Okay, another nostalgic dish for me. Char Kway Teow, carrot cake, mee rebus, things I would have grown up eating. Cheers! Wow, Char Kway Teow cheers.
The Kway
Wow.
is very evident.
Wow. For me, it's the black sauce as well. There's something about this particular sauce that brings it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Wow, that chili. I think we need some lime.
I want to see whether this boosts the flavor. Put it there, it must be there for a reason, right?
In the Philippines, we love putting lime in our noodle dishes.
Okay.
So
It's a must.
it's a must, correct?
The lime. Yeah.
Contrast the sweetness and savoriness, and the breadth of the wok is really, really evident in every bite.
I'm gonna use that line too. The breadth of the wok. That's why they always say like a seasoned wok will add so much more flavor.
From
any
years,
dish. Yes.
from years and years of cooking, this is the grandfather's recipe,
Yeah.
the old school one.
I love it. Even like with the fried shallots, he adds in spring onions.
So good.
Like it just all comes together really well. How full are you?
I'm not super full, but it's the heat from the 4 noodles.
Coming together now.
Yeah, it's coming together.
Yeah. Are you happy with this dish?
So happy.
Okay.
Super, super. Now the big boss.
Oh my goodness. I was not expecting it to be so big, to be honest.
This is like for 4 people?
I think we should just put the lime straight in.
Yes, please.
Yes, I think so. And I know we could eat the seeds, but sometimes you don't want to get a sudden bite into a seed. It's a bit bitter and tough, right?
Mix it all up.
Wow. And look at even the size of his prawn. Oh, you know what? It looks big and heavy, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's actually very light. But the sauce is a bit on the creamy side.
It's like the wet version of
Yeah,
Hokkien Mee, right?
yeah. But again, not overpowering. Wow. With the chili.
oh yeah.
Definitely that chili. I actually haven't had a Hokkien Mee this light before.
And I saw that he used a special type of fish sauce. to
To bring it all together?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
So it's not overpowering, which is what I like. And it looks like there's two
Yeah.
types of noodles in here actually.
I think there's a egg noodle. Is it egg noodle? Yellow noodle?
Yeah.
I think it varies from one cook to another because this one he uses both kind of like thick yellow and rice noodles.
Yeah.
For others they use mihon.
What do you prefer?
Both depends on my mood.
Okay. I'm very much enjoying this. I'm glad that it's held its wetness. It was on the table and we saved it till last, but still yet it hasn't dried up.
And the prawns they use are very plump and
Yeah.
juicy, perfectly cooked.
I love that one for you.
Oh my lord.
Ooh. I'm glad we saved it for last. Tell you what, trying 5 dishes is more than enough. But don't worry also, when the plates go off camera, we have someone to help us eat it also behind the scenes. So no food is wasted here.
Nothing goes to waste. We're gonna wrap it up with some gula melaka chendol because of the heat. We need to cool down with some chendol.
I think this is a very good idea. I don't eat much dessert or sweet desserts, but I think after all the chili we ate, this is a good idea. Plus, these kind of look like noodles. So, so
It's hard.
Yes, part of the noodle special episode.
These are actually jelly.
Coconut pandan flavored, right?
Okay.
Let's just dig in. I mean, before it melts, right? A little bit of everything. Oh my god. That's super refreshing.
Oh yeah.
Actually, not too sweet.
And
Not
not too sweet. Or maybe we haven't mixed it yet.
Maybe.
So there's red bean
Yeah.
in there, the gulam laka. Now it's sweet.
That's where the sweetness is.
Manis.
Oh. Manis banget or sangat. I'm a big fan of coconut. So anything with coconut for me is like wow. It's like
Coconut, pandan, coconut milk.
on a warm, hot morning like this after eating some spicy dishes. This is like perfect. This is perfect.
We have a dessert in the Philippines called halo-halo, where we use ice and so many different kinds of toppings.
Similar.
Very
With the
similar.
coconut, everything.
Yeah, true. This is a more minimalist
Yes.
version.
Yes. If you had to pick your favorite dish from today, what would it be?
So hard. I cannot pick. Everything was good. I mean,
Yep.
pork rib was really melt in your mouth.
Yep.
Chili was sharp. The noodles were great. What was the second one? The meatball.
Yeah.
I have a special spot for
Yeah, me
meatball.
too.
I mean, I didn't grow up eating it, but when we moved here, I was looking for it every single time. It's like comfort food to me as well.
Yes. Like the roast pork meat.
Just it says a lot. Just the roast pork itself, the crackling pork with the bouncy QQ noodles. Oh my gosh, Paul, I'm having a hard time. The CKT with the wok hay and all the different types of toppings. The
Soy
sweet
sauce,
sauce,
yeah.
And the Hokkien Mee, the seafood noodle, kind of like a wet version.
Two broths. He said there's like a seafood broth and an ikan bilis broth, and then he did add
Yeah.
the rice noodle and a fried egg noodle. That was interesting.
I think it's meatball for me.
Okay. For me, I love meatball. Meatball for breakfast is like it's great. But today, after eating all five together and trying, I have to say I really enjoyed the prawn noodle, prawn pork rib
Pork rib,
noodle,
yeah.
and the char kway teow. For me, today those are my two kind of standout dishes amongst the five. Yeah, but enjoyed all. And again, I love this coffee shop. I come in, I try to support all the stalls here when I can.
The pricing is
Very
okay.
decent, very
Yeah,
decent,
very
very
decent. In a small coffee shop where the neighborhood really patronizes the area.
Everyone knows everyone, so everyone's really friendly. That makes it more enjoyable to come in and like, oh hi, have a chat.
So guys, if you're gonna come here, we recommend for breakfast maybe the meatball.
Yeah, maybe the char kway teow.
Char kway teow.
Yeah, say those two are pretty good noodle dishes to have. There's a few other dishes you can have here for breakfast as well, but from what we covered today, I'd say those two are really solid choices.
The rest of the three dishes can have for lunch or
Dinner,
and
supper.
better share with your friends or family because the portion is really big.
Yeah. We did a good job today. we had no problem.
Everything was delicious.
Yes.
So I guess that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much, Paul, for showing us your neighborhood, your favorite coffee shop,
You're
and
most welcome.
5 different Singapore noodle dishes, more than laksa. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.